you very much, Mr. Jonathan Gilman, for your presentation. Next, yet to present. Mr. Gungun, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gungun. I am the Director of Waste Management Division in Bandung and also Cleanliness Division in Bandung. Today I will share to you my experience in Bandung, how we try to implement waste management system. Okay, this is the situation in Bandung. I will share to you. First, we have 2.4 billion population with 30 districts and 151 sub-districts. With 105,082 pillars of citizen. We call it in Bandung RW. One RW is consists about 200 until 300 household. That's the small communities in Bandung. Okay, this is the situation about waste in Bandung. By the research of Mr. Enri Damanhuri 2017, the waste generation in Bandung is about 0.6 kilogram per people per days. And if we multiply with the people in Bandung, we predict that every day, the waste in Bandung is about 1,500 tons per day until 1,600 tons per day. I make a picture of a whole soccer field here because to imagine that one day the waste in Bandung is about can fulfill the soccer field with the height about 75 centimeter. This is the situation about waste management in Bandung. And honestly, most of the waste today still come to the disposal, but today we try to change our mindset about waste management. We try to implement the prevention, the limitation, reuse, material recycle, and energy recycle before we go to the disposal. This is the change of our mindset. But in the fact, today, most of our waste still come to the disposal. But this is our mindset today. We try to implement this, how in the future, only the residual waste come to the disposal. Like maybe you have some of you have mentioned about the circular economy concept. This is a new concept that we try to implement also, that most of the material that produced by the human or also by the company, we try to do the circular economy, so no waste come to the environment. That's our dream. Yeah, this is a concept, and to implement this one, we try to change the system transformation. Most often, usually centralization. Most of the garbage pick up to the disposal and solve with the big capacities technologies. But today, we also try to do this decentralization. So the waste was treated as near as the source. Of course, to implement this, we need the participatory of the people, from the household, from the citizen, and also we need to appropriate technologies with a medium and small capacities. This is our system transformation in Bandung. In Bandung, we try to make a campaign to implement this new concept with, we call it in Bandung Kang Pisman. So we try to change from the collecting, transporting, and go to the disposal, or some people say this is end of pipe system, change to zero waste lifestyle, or we call it in Bandung Kang Pisman. Kang Pisman is a idiom in our language. Kang is mean kurangi. Kurangi in English, we call it reduce. Pisahkan. Pisahkan, it's mean shorting. And the third, manfaatkan. Manfaatkan, it's mean utilize. So this is our new concept to campaign to the people in Bandung, and also we try to create the system from the end of pipe system to become reduced from the source system. This is the whole concept about Kang Pisman. Kang is about change our lifestyle, stop using single-use plastic or something like that. The regulation also, we create the regulation to support that. And the second one, shorting. We try to educate the people how to short our waste with three types: organics, and then recyclable, and the residual. And the third, utilize, manfaatkan. So we try some appropriate technologies to implement to solve our organic waste, our residual waste, also with some appropriate technology. This is 5 aspects that we need to pay attention if we want to create a good waste management system. We try to implement this in Bandung also. There are 5 aspects of waste management that we have to make all of the aspects strong and connected each other. First, regulation. The second one, institutional. The third is operational. The fourth is financing. And the fifth is a public participatory. I will describe to you one by one. This is the first regulation. So we have to create the regulation from the national regulation until the city regulation. In Bandung, we have the city regulation, which connected with national regulation. And not only the regulation, but the regulation that connect with the system that we want to create. So, for example, like in Bandung, we try to implement Kang Pisman, or in Japanese, they call it 3R. In some area, we call it a zero waste circular economy. So in that regulation, we have to mention about those action. So connected. The system, the regulation, connected. And the second one, something that important is institutional. Who doing what? This is one of the critical things that we have to create, the who responsible of what. So we have to make the plan, who doing what. For example, in Bandung, we have a lot of teams that connected with every task. For example, like Gober, this is the team that connected with the road and also the drainage. And then we have Satgas Citarum Harum. This is connected with the river, who clean the river. And also we have another team to connect it with their responsibility. And the third aspect is operational. This is from collection, transportation, and then processing, and until a final processing. We have to create the system. And also technologies is one of the things that connect with operation. This is some of the method that we try in Bandung. Like I said before, we try to implement the decentralization system. So there are an appropriate technology, the small technology, to implement in the household and also in the communal sector with small or medium capacities. For example, this is we do some composting with Takakura method, and also we do some composting with windrow method, and then we do biopori hole. This is the small technologies you can do also in your house. We create the hole only 10 centimeters, and the depth is 1 meters, and this is the research by Mr. Kamir Brata from IPB in Bogor. So this can help to solve the waste and also to absorb the water. And then we also have another composting method like Bata Terawang, and then we have also pipe composting. You can see this one. We do it in some household, and we have a small biodigester. Can create a biogas, but with small number. We do some technology also, this one. And then we have RDF technology. In Indonesia, we call it Toyomisasi, which connected with the textile company and also connected with the Indonesia Power Indonesia. This is our waste processing method that implement to execute the circular economy and also the decentralization concept. And also we have we done some activity that connected to support to help prevent the waste problem. For example, some of the people in Bandung sometimes they throw the bed to the river. So we try to do a free service for bulk waste. A lot of people now access these services, so there is no objection. There is no reason they throw the, like, for example, bed to the river. Yeah. And then we also plan to make a better final processing. Today we do the final processing in Sarimukti. This is the existing disposal, which is in that place we implement the sanitary landfill. But in 2023, we try to plan the better technologies in Legok Nangka for residual waste with the waste to energy. If I'm not mistaken, the bidding is open this month. So maybe some of you have and the technology want to join the bidding process of waste to energy in Legok Nangka, Bandung, you can contact me. And then number four, the fourth, the important things to create the good system is also financing. We have to plan the financing regulation, financing planning. The financing usually the resource, the financing first from the government, of course. And the second one, the retribution from the citizen and from the commercial also. And then we collaborate also with the company with Corporate Social Responsibility Program or CSR and other collaboration. And the fifth, the last one, the fifth aspect of waste management system is public participatory. This is very important also because to change the system, we need to connect with the culture. We need to connect with the attitude, the people. We have to change them to implement the system. So we try to create some activity that increase the awareness of the public. First, we open the complaint channel and fast response team. So in Bandung, usually most of the people in Bandung have connected with the social media. So we open the complaint channel. So when they complain with the social media or contact us by phone or something like that, we respond. We have a fast response team. So when they complain, we give some response and we execute. And yeah, some of them give us appreciation with our fast response and they're happy. And not only happy, that people have connect with us to help us to campaign to others to support our waste management system in Bandung. And then we also try to implement the the execution for the people who throw the waste in some place. This is clean path monitoring team. So we know the place that usually people throw the waste with not properly. So we connect them, we give some punishment to them. Some of the punishment connected with the regulation and some of the punishment with social punishment. For example, you can see this is the picture about the people who disobey the rules, and their picture we upload our social media, and also we create some place we up their face, and yeah, it decrease the bad attitude of the people in that area. And also, like I say before, that we try to implement our concept with the name of the Kang Pisman. So we launched the Kang Pisman in the end of the 2018. So normally start in 2019. You can see there are social media that we create to campaign about this waste management concept. You can also follow the social media of Kang Pisman. And this is our effort to campaign. We connect with the community, the team, the student also. You can see we connect with the mothers in Bandung. We have a community of mother. We call it PKK. Most of the district have the team, so we connect with them also. And also in Bandung we have the youth community. We call it Karang Taruna. We connect with them also. And we also connect with the actor. This is Irfan Hakim. This is one of the Indonesia influencer, which is come from Bandung. We connect with him, and we campaign together with them. And then this is the activity, our effort to campaign our waste management new system in Bandung in 2 years, yeah. And we know that to implement this new system, waste management system in Bandung, we need to connect with the citizens. So we try to implement not all of the Bandung to educate, for example, to coach. We campaign to the Bandung, to all of the Bandung, but to coach, we select the place that we think that the people are ready to implement the system. So we try to zero waste area model from the only 12 airway. and then increase until a lot of airway. And this is one of the zero waste area model that we try to implement the waste management system in Bandung. And also we have waste bank. Waste bank is, yeah, maybe in some other country, they call it a recycling center, something like that. So the people who give their recyclable material get the money, and we innovate this year. Not only can get the money, but they can get also the mini gold. This is our new innovation to stimulate our people in Bandung to sorting the waste. And this is the big concept of the waste management system in Bandung. So the organic waste we try to implement with composting with various method, small beds or with maggot black soldier fly, and the unorganic recyclable material we solve with waste bank and also recycling and upcycling product. And only the residual come to the waste management transporting system and come to the disposal. So our dream, if this system done well, only the residual come to the disposal. The organic and recyclable material, we hope solve in the city, not come to the disposal. This is our dream, and Indonesia have a plan. In 2025, the city was pushed to do this method, and 30% of waste can be reduced by the city in 2025. This is our goals, and this is the sample of waste reduction in airway that we coach with this airway. You can see there are the decreation of the waste to come to the disposal. And then we try to implement with kelurahan. Kelurahan, yes, is about 10 airway. We do 2 kelurahan in from 151 kelurahan. Now we have done in 2 kelurahan. And yeah, gratefully we got the waste reduction in this area also. You can see this, there are 39.52% the waste decrease in that kelurahan that we coach with this program. And this is the waste reduction city level. You can see the Kang Pisman program start 2019, the serious the program. We try not to hold all of Bandung, but some area. But you can see the waste still increase because it's connected with the increase of the people. But you can see there are the decreation of the percentage of waste increation. You can see from the 16.97 decrease to 3.96%. And in 2020, there are a decrease again. And now it's about minus 0.47%. So this is a good signal for us to continue our program. And we hope in the future, there are a decrease, not only the percentage of decrease, but the decrease of the waste amount that come to the disposal. That's our dream, and we still try to implement this one. Okay, I think that's all for me about sharing our experience to implement waste management system in Bandung. You can also follow our Instagram akun there at Gun-Gun Saptara and Santara. You can see a lot of information there. Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Gun-Gun, for your presentation. Lastly, I would like to welcome Ms. Annabelle from the Philippines to present. Ms. Annabelle, the floor is yours.
Yes, hello, good afternoon. Good